What is up, potato chips? Welcome back to ciNATEmatic. You have many choices in online film critics and movie fans, so thank you for choosing me. I just got back from seeing Predator Badlands, and I have a lot to say about it. This film is quite a different entry for this franchise. The Predator franchise has been around since 1987 and started off as this smaller budget suspense film following a group of soldiers in the jungle being hunted one by one by this alien creature known as the Yautja. This movie finally puts that monster front and center. We get to go to the home planet of this species, Yautja Prime, where we start our story by seeing two brothers at war, or what we're meant to think at first. They're actually just training. Quay, the older brother, is teaching his younger brother, Dek, our main character, how to hold his own and fight, because he is the runt of his clan. We quickly meet the father of the two, where it is revealed that he had instructed Quay to kill Dek because he views Dek as such a pathetic member of their species. Quay stands up for his brother and is killed for it, but not before sending Dek off into an escape pod to a different planet. A planet where Dek wants to kill something called the Kalisk, a creature that even the father is fearful of. And if he can slay this, he believes that he can prove himself not only to his father, but to his planet and clan, achieving his status as warrior and avenging his brother in the process. Now, something cool about this film, and there's a lot of cool in this film, is that half of it is actually in the Yautja's native language. We get subtitles for Quay, for Dek, for his whole planet. And as you follow Dek and you see him on these foreign planets, him speaking in his native dialect helps sell this as a real species and different world much more authentically than if he were to be speaking in English. Once he's on planet Genna, there he meets Elle Fanning's character, Thea, a synthetic from the Weyland-Yutani Corporation from the Alien franchise. Now, I really enjoyed her character. I thought she actually was the standout of this film. She brings something different to the androids and synthetics that we've never seen before, and she's an actual caring and warm and goofy woman character in 2025, something that we don't really get to see much of anymore. She's also very smart and is half broken. She has been stranded in the middle of the valley of this planet for almost 2 weeks, learning about its animals when Dek and her paths cross. Dek is in the middle of a very precarious situation, surrounded by plants that shoot needles that paralyze you. And I have to say on behalf of nerds everywhere that when we first meet Thea, getting to hear Elle Fanning speak in the Yautja language was very hot. But anyways, the two quickly have to work together and trust each other. As Dek is hit in the neck with one of these paralyzing needles, he tosses her one of his weapons, which she then uses to get free from where she's stuck, making her way down to rescue Dek from his, let's say, plant enemies, as well as give him an antidote for his wounds. Now, something that I thought was really fun and upped the immersion factor for this film was when we first meet Thea and she speaks in the Yautja dialect, she malfunctions a bit and starts speaking in English, and she tells Dek that this is due to a universal translator. He hears Yautja and everybody else hears their native language. Us, the English viewers watching this specific version, hear English, and this will only become cooler once all the other dubs of this film are made. Now, I really love the dynamic between Thea and Dek. They both have an underlying similarity, but they also are so different on the outside, and from where they come from, and personality-wise. Heck, they're two different species, but they still work together, they still get along, and they have this slow burn arc. At first, he views her only as an annoying tool, and brings her along because he thinks that she can help him, because she says she knows where this creature that he wants to kill is, and plus she's already proven that he can trust her. Then they slowly become friends, and then they have just like this really cool friendship dynamic that could go either found siblings or weird interspecies relationship. We don't even really know yet. Along the way, we learn that Thea is one of the most advanced androids that Weyland-Yutani sent to this planet, and has almost a sister in another very advanced synthetic known as Tessa, who is also played by Elle Fanning, but is leagues different than Thea. She is more reserved and is malicious, whereas Thea is lighthearted, profound, and goofy. Now, when Dek and Thea have a heart-to-heart before we get to fully meet Tessa, Thea views Tessa as a sister thanks to Dek explaining his backstory with his brother, and says, you know, that's a nice thought. I do have a sister. But things slowly take a turn once all of our paths finally meet up in the end. As to how this story ends, I'll leave that for you to go see. Not only do we have really cool stuff in the first and second act, but this third act has some crazy action and fun dynamics to watch. And also, for the people that were worried and complaining that this one was PG-13 and not R, Act 3 is where the bulk of the violence takes place. Not that it isn't violent all throughout. I honestly forgot that it was rated PG-13 and not R, but I will tell you, the only reason that this is PG-13 is because the blood that we see and the violence that we see is against robots and monsters and aliens and not humans. The rating system is kind of back and forth on this stuff. If it was humans, definitely R, but since we're in that gray area, it's PG-13. And then I will let you know that it ends on sort of a cliffhanger, setting up a potential sequel. I look forward to seeing where the characters that survive at the end of this head. All in all, this film was a great addition to this franchise. It was very inventive, very unique, very fun, and actually pushed new stories and didn't just recycle anything. It didn't feel stale, not even once. I highly recommend this film. I do not believe you'll be disappointed. What are your guys' thoughts on Predator Badlands? Have you seen it yet? Do you think you will see it? Make sure to let me know in the comments below, as I look forward to hearing your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like and follow button, as it really does help out the channel, and there are more videos headed your way. And as always, thank you for watching ciNATEmatic.